Hi, could you tell the viewers about yourself?
Of course. My name is Annabelle Cabeza, and I'm Filipino, Filipino-born U.S. citizen, and been here for quite some time now. And I work at a utility company.
Okay. So, about your family background, what was it like growing up in the Philippines?
It was fun. At the same time, financially, um, it wasn't as affluent as it is here in the United States. Um, Both parents also work as they did here in the United States, but my dad was always away because he was a merchant marine in the Philippines, so he was always going to another country, boarding a ship somewhere. So, but it was fun growing up because I I grew up with cousins that are the same age. Um, we can play outside, so our neighbors became our friends, and until now, I'm in contact with them through Facebook.
Oh,
So,
okay, cool.
hmm
So, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Manila, Philippines. There's a town called Sampaloc,
Mm-hmm.
and so I pretty much grew up there, born and raised there until I was 12 when I came to the U.S. Went to school, a private school. It was called La Consolacion College in Mendiola. So right behind our school is the Philippines White House version,
Oh,
which is the Malacanang Palace.
oh,
So yeah, so there's quite a history back there.
okay.
hmm
How many were in your family?
How many were in my family? So I have my mom and dad. I have two older sisters and one younger brother. So at that time, it was a very small family.
Uh,
But yes,
okay. And, what did your family do for a living?
like I said, my father was a merchant marine, so he was always boarding a ship somewhere and out of town for quite a period of time. Miming, or my mom, she used to teach. She used to be a teacher, and up to some point where she became a stay-at-home mom. And while she's a stay-at-home mom, she went to college and graduated for beauty and cosmetics. So on the side, she was curling people's hair or cutting people's hair, kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
hmm
What
So she
did,
was a hairdresser.
okay.
hmm
What did she, teach in the Philippines?
You know, I believe she taught before I was even born, or before I could even really have a cognizance of it. So I'm not really sure, but I think she was teaching grade school.
Grade school?
Yes.
Okay.
hmm
Interesting. Um, what do you remember about growing up there?
What do I remember about growing up there? I remember having lots of friends that live next door to me or live a block away from me. And on days where we don't have school, we play outside with Philippine known games, like Tumbang Preso, which is we'll put a can in one spot and then we all try to hit it and knock it down with our slippers or something. There's also a version of a game, in American it's called hopscotch, but it's called oh, I forgot what it's called now, but it's you throw a token and then you go through a set of step kind of deal on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But it's called hopscotch here, I believe. And then there's also what they called patintero.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have two people trying to block your way sort of deal. So the goal of the game is you start from one end to get to the other, and to get to the other end you have people blocking or trying to stop you from getting through.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's lots of games. We played with marbles, all done, and the nice thing about those games is that you can find it at your home without having to spend so much money. The kids in my neighborhood learned how to make tops out of some piece of wood, and then sticking a nail through it, and then wrapping it with, coiling it with a string, and then letting it go. So spin tops, they've learned to do that. It was when we wanted to race little boats, we made the boats out of popsicle sticks. We would collect those and stagger them to look like they're a boat sort of thing. And then we would put a rubber band at the end and put a little piece of stick and start twisting it, so that while that stick is untwisting, that's how fast it goes on the water type of deal. So yeah, it was fun.
That's creative. Okay. So, did you have any plans for the future, even though you were like young?
Not that I recall. Future as far as moving out of the country or out of state, no, not that I couldn't foresee that. Maybe going to finishing school, going to high school and college, since I was still in grade school back there.
Okay.